All right, so this begins my 2000 VFR transformation, going from this to this. I'm gonna do fairings, I'm gonna do lights, I'm gonna do a Denali sound bomb horn, I'm gonna put some LEDs in here, I'm gonna do a Noco lithium battery, among many other things, paint the tank. I got my sidekick Midnight, hi Midnight, hanging out, got some tunes banging, and I took the seat off. Other than that, this is stock, as you can see. I took my GV cases off, got it up on the center stand, and we will see how this goes. As you can see, there's some damage to the fairings here. You know, 22-year-old fairings, some guy's idea of a bolt job there. And I do have the Japanese police handlebar conversion done so I can sit nice and upright. Probably gonna ditch those yellow handles, yellow grips, and get this sucker blacked out and modernized like Midnight there. And let's do it. Hey everyone, so this is my completed year 2000 Honda VFR800 Interceptor restoration project. As you can see, it has all new plastics. They're all black plastics that came painted that way. And unfortunately for a bike of this year, there are not very many options for aftermarket fairings. There are many sellers, but they seem to all use the same product shots, so they're probably coming out of one or maybe two factories in China. So the fit and the finish of the fairings were kind of so-so. There were a few places where they had to be stretched and cajoled into place or have new holes drilled entirely. But I think you'd agree overall, it does not look too bad. The fairing kit was only $385, which was not too bad. There was a tiny crack up underneath this front cowl that you can't even see. But they weren't perfect, but what can you do? I decided to just go with them rather than return them. The stock windshield wasn't fitting real well, but this new one did, and I trimmed this with a Dremel and sanded it because I have this aftermarket Japanese police handlebar kit from WeBike Japan. So as you can see, that mod was done, and my new grips. And you can see some spots where the fit and finish isn't perfect, and there's not much I can do about that. The same thing goes for this. This is actually a hole I drilled to draw this portion, this post in, because the fitment was a little off. So I don't have the little A posts, body posts on the inside, but I think that's okay. Overall, I have my really nice LED glow blue body lighting kit on there. The tank, I did a carbon fiber wrap on, which is not the prettiest wrap in the world. These are notoriously difficult to wrap, even for very experienced people that work with wraps. So I kind of did an ugly wrap job on the tank, just so you didn't see any yellow poking out from underneath. And then I got this tank cover on eBay, which I think is really nice. It looks really good. The installation instructions on it were poor. It didn't really make any sense. Like, there was a buckle on each side and they wouldn't really go anywhere. So I ordered some straps from Amazon, and I just got a long strap and put it here and routed it underneath, and then buckled it on this side, and it holds it on really nicely. So everything I've done with this bike, obviously the body work, while I had everything off and all those yellow fairings off the bike, I took the opportunity to do all of these in LEDs. So the headlights, the taillights, the turn signals, the turn signal flash modules are all redone, retrofitted with LEDs. And I have a video on all of those, all the products, the guides for how you can do that yourself. Why is there kitty litter under the bike is I do have a slow little drop by drop radiator leak, maybe a drop a day, every other day. So I'm gonna have to get that fixed. But overall, I think it turned out really nicely. I love the bike. It makes it look like a whole new bike. I wasn't that in love with the yellow, but those were 23-year-old plastics. The GV bags, hard bags, those came with the bike. I bought it with those on there. So I think the black fairings with the black wheels, which came on their stock, really add a lot to it. And of course the LED glow kit was a little extra fun. Oh yeah, I did the NOCO lithium battery. These NOCO lithium batteries can be a little temperamental in the cold. They can drop down to no charge, but the rescue feature, battery rescue feature on the Genius One charger revived the battery on both bikes. So overall, I do recommend the lithium batteries hold the charge longer, but the cold really does seem to affect them. The exhaust is still stock. The motor has about 36,000 miles on it. It's still very strong. Runs perfectly, starts up perfectly, and all that. Some of these are still factory, but they're still in good shape. And also, it was a very rewarding project to work on, and a great bike. So thanks for watching, and I wish you luck in your motorcycle projects.